Hi and welcome to yet another video. My name is Cynthia Wakio, the Communication and Events Manager at Corporate Staffing Services. And today we're going to be looking at CV and the phrases you should avoid in your CV so that it's more attractive to employers. Thank you for joining me, Mary.
Thank you, Wakio, for having me.
Start us off by telling us the phrases one should avoid in their CV.
Well, first of all, it is important that every word or phrase that you decide to use in your CV carries every weight, because its main role is to present you, to make you be seen as a talented candidate. And you find most candidates like to use some generic phrases that really do not bring the ideal kind of attraction that employers or a hiring manager could expect. And some of these phrases that candidates use, and we recommend that you avoid using them nowadays. Something like self-promotion or self-gratification phrases. You find a candidate mentioning or using words like I'm a strategic thinker, I am a hard worker, I am a team player. These are words that have been used over and over again. So it really doesn't bring out the action bit of it, and that is what the hiring manager wants to see. So what is it under hard work that you have done? What is it under team player? Are there work situations that have exposed you to such kind of exposure or experience that you have got? So self-promotion phrases, or sometimes even jargons, use of very technical business jargons like core competencies. You see someone having core competencies in their CV, and they do not go further to explain exactly what is it under core competencies that you have done. So those are some of the words I can say that candidates need to avoid having in their CV.
Yeah. There are so many words that really do not say anything. Instead of focusing on selling yourself, selling your value, you fill your CV with that. And how can now these phrases affect your CV being noticed by an employer?
Well, I can say the phrases affect your CV being noticed by an employer because the employer is more interested in the action bit of it. They're looking for a candidate who is action-oriented. So the question that you should ask yourself as a candidate when you are sending your application is my CV representing me or presenting me as someone who is action-oriented? So for example, if the idea that you want to bring out is that bit of being a hard worker, is your CV presenting how you went over and above your normal duties and responsibilities as per the role or the task you are handling, so that bit of being a hard worker is brought out strongly in your CV. If it is a matter of being a team player, is your CV bringing out that action-oriented team player kind of a person that we are looking for, not just mentioning it as it is. Yeah.
And finally, what can one do to ensure that your CV stands out?
To ensure that your CV stands out, like we normally say, number one, ensure that the CV is done in the right format. It is easy to read from the word go. And what I normally advise candidates so much is the very first page of your CV, the topmost part should be captivating and eye-catching. Do we have the right skills that we are looking for just by reading the first half page of your CV? So ensure the career profile summary is selling you out nicely in your CV. Ensure that, of course, you tailor the CV to match the job description, because that is also very key. It boosts your CV being reviewed by the employer. And then lastly, ensure that what I can say, the CV also has the achievements. It brings out, it's well captured in the CV, because achievements also attracts employers. So those are some of the things that if you do, it makes your CV to stand out and to be reviewed.
Yeah. And you find that also sometimes, just to add on to that, sometimes candidates have such long CVs that are not really saying anything, instead of focusing on what is required in the job description and customizing your CV to that.
Very important, because employers receive so many CVs just for one application. So they don't have all the time to read everything in your CV. So also avoid to have so many details or information in your CV that is not necessary at that particular point. For example, you find in the under personal details, the only thing that the employer is interested in there is your official names, your email address, and maybe your phone number. And you can also add, if you have a LinkedIn profile link, all these other information like your marital status, your gender, it's just filling up spaces in your CV for no reason. So that is very important. I agree with you. It needs to be as brief as possible, but capturing the key things that employer is looking for as per the role that you're applying for.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Mary.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Maybe it's your time to actually go through your CV and see if you have these generic phrases and customize your CV to what is needed in the job description for the job that you're applying for. We have professional services that can help you with customizing your CV for the job you're applying for. All you need to do is click on the link below for more information and we'll reach out to help. See you in the next video.